Hey there, welcome friends. Fantastic evening to all of you. It's Monday evening, the 6th of January, and I thought I will share something that's going to be a game changer for all of us this entire year, maybe this entire decade. Okay, so the one thing that I wanted to share, the one key message, and I'll explain the details, is, and I'll pull up the slide here, the one skill that if at all you wanted to get to, that can transform your life and make this year and this decade yours is the skill of being able to learn the art of selling over a webinar. Webinar selling is going to transform the way India buys, especially if you're a knowledge giver, if you're going to be converting your knowledge into courses, if you're a coach already, if you're a trainer, if you're a consultant, even if you're a network marketer, webinar selling is the game changer. It's the most powerful selling method. Okay. And it's logical also. If you see how a customer goes through a journey in a purchase from a lead to becoming a customer and beyond, the key here is beyond. Okay. It's not going to be transactional. We don't want to just sell it to a customer and then, forget about it. Yeah. The journey is going to be typically like this. A lead goes through awareness, discovery, engage, interact, they can ask their queries, and then take an informed decision to become a customer and have a great experience, to become a customer for life and become your advocate and testimony. Right? That's the ideal journey. And in a webinar, in that short period of 1.5 hours, however you want to run your webinar, right? You can go through all these phases. You can take a prospect, a lead through all these phases because you have the power of connecting with that person. They can see the genuineness. They can see the value. Give 10x the value. Thumb rule is 10x the value. No exception, non-negotiable, right? Give value for free. It's okay, right? You'll get paid heftily down the road. Give unconditionally. That's a thumb rule, right? But when you connect, when you have a story, it's called the hook, story, and offer. When you have a hook or the lead that can get the lead, the prospect to come and attend your webinar, when you have the story that they can connect with and resonate with, and when you're giving unconditionally the value, you build trust, you build authority, you get positioned yourself as an expert very easily in that period of 80, 90 minutes. And if you can convert that with a fantastic, irresistible, meaningful offer to go with, you got customers for life. Some of the top key benefits of selling on a webinar are, I've listed the top few. Okay. Number one, low cost to get started and low running operational cost month on month. Right? No office, no employees. The best salesperson is at work. Who is the best salesperson for your concept, for your business, for your product, for your service, whatever that is, your courses, right? It's you. Who better than you selling it? And when you don't have to be present, and I'll talk about it, right? So the best salesperson is at work. Scheduling is flexible. You just think that you have decent audience and this is probably the right time. Schedule something for 2 hours from now, and then you get started. Yeah. Unlike seminar halls where you got to book the hall 20 days upfront, 1 month prior, all the logistics and stuff, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah. Global audience. If you do a seminar hall, if I do a seminar hall in Thane, I don't expect people from Goregaon to show up. Not even Goregaon. Not to talk of from Pune or Chennai or Dubai, right? So the power of webinar selling is in the global audience. Anybody and everybody who has a connect, who has a need, who is part of the hungry market that we're going to serve, can be your audience, right? Easy for audiences to attend from the comfort of their homes. They don't have to come there, 40 kilometers or 20 kilometers or redirect their route, get to the seminar hall, right? And they can even attend it from their mobile phone during travel, right, during commute. If they are taking a Ola or a Uber, they can sit back and attend your webinar call. So that's the that's the power of what we're talking about. And you can deliver tremendous value, 10x the value to your prospects, because you got if you can get focused attention in this world of distractions. If they can hook up to you and you can connect with them, and there are techniques for pattern interrupts, which I share in my course, as to how to keep them engaged. Okay, communicate with hundreds of interested, engaged audience from anywhere in the world. Remember, these are quality leads and quality prospects who've been filtered, and they come to you because they want to attend your register for your webinar, right? And you automatically get to build a backend email list, and sometimes even a mobile list or a WhatsApp list, right? Which is very powerful because you can follow up. In a seminar hall, somebody comes in and attends your seminar, didn't like it or had to leave, they're not going to come back again. A webinar, you can get them back in again, right? Through follow-ups. That's the power, right? We said you get pre-qualified leads, establish a strong connect with your audience. Even if they don't buy, they could go out of the webinar, log out saying, yes, I got a lot of value, but this is probably not the right time for me to decide. I'll come back again types. Yeah, you can build trust with your, authenticity and, giving value. You can establish authority, position yourself as an expert. We said that it is possible. Testing the market is easy. You can easily fine tune and tweak your webinar for the next one, or tweak your product. You can demo the product live, yeah, right? You do not have to be tech savvy. It's very easy to simple to set up. Of course, you need to know which right tools and how to rightly, the best possible way integrate with, your email database system and your, landing page. If you know how to integrate that piece of it, it's no rocket science. And you can educate before you sell, so the customer can take a very informed decision, right? You can experiment different formats. The new trend is like, you interview an influencer in your area, right? And that part of that interview becomes the selling, right? And they, vouch for your genuineness or the value of the product, and you get a sale, right? And it's the future. That's how things are going to be, right? Review recorded version, and you can improve incremental improvement to your performance. I do a webinar sale. The entire recording is available in cloud. A couple of days later, I sit and review it and say, oh, okay, here is where, when I said this is when people reacted more. When I asked this question is when I did this poll is when, people reacted more. That's how I got more engagement. Or when I said this is when they started to move out. Some people logged off. So you get all the insights, okay, in one dashboard, and you can improve. Every webinar you can improve and max out. Once mastered and you're fine-tuned your webinar, you can even automate it. When you automate it, it's you in one of the best performances, selling and again while you're sleeping. So you can make so much money while you're sleeping that it'll be difficult for you to spend when you're awake. All right, that's the power of this mechanism. And objection handling is better, right? One person in a seminar hall, if you're a freelance trainer, if you're selling something, especially from the stage, one big objection can, put a lot of people down. It's easier to handle objections here, right, as compared to seminar hall, right? And what I've done is, I've also, along with this video, if you can see my other video, which is in YouTube, which is 25 advantages of creating and selling digital courses. It all makes sense because it's a tie-up. Create digital courses. Even though you can sell physical products on a webinar and concepts and business ideas, the best suited for a webinar as of now I see is digital courses, digital assets that you can create and sell. All right, and I've created this other video which you can check, and I'll give you the link below this video for accessing that. Okay, especially for network marketers. I see a lot of network marketers still using seminar halls. Does this sound familiar? Does this seem familiar? One or two people, three people, all right? I've been a network marketer. I have organized events, and I've been the speaker also sometimes. And let's say 7 p.m. is the session start, and we have a hall taken. We've guaranteed 25 people are going to come. They charged us for 25. We've called a lot of people. We expect 45. 6:45 p.m. now. Nobody's turned up. 6:50 p.m. I'm making the calls. Nobody's turned up. Yeah. The speaker comes to me and asks, what's going on? 6:55, nobody there. And I'm like, yes, they committed. They're on their way, kind of thing. Anybody resonates with that? Do you guys realize this? That it happens a lot? Seminar hall programs are a passe. It's not going to happen easily anymore with all the logistics and challenges, time, energy, effort, and money required to make it happen. There are no shows are a big deal in a seminar hall, right? At 7, 2 people will walk in, and one of them, my cousin, whom I asked to get there, right? So you have one valid prospect. How much motivated will the speaker be to give value, right? With empty chairs, right? Whereas in the case of a webinar online, you're sitting there, you get started, just in case no show happens, even though you have so many mechanisms of follow-up and push-throughs through WhatsApp and stuff like that, all they have to do is, in the comfort of wherever they are, they just have to log in and get there, right? But if nobody shows up, no big deal. You just wait for 8, 9, 10 minutes, log off, go back and continue to watch your 2020 match on TV or Hotstar, wherever. Powerful. Okay, at every level, it is. And not to talk of the fact that those who arranged for these programs, they know we got arranged for 25 people of tea, snacks, biscuits paid for, whatever that is. Sometimes even lunch. I've seen network marketers spend on lunch for prospects. You end up having 5 prospects come in. They have food, and then they clap after the presentation, and then say thank you, and leave. It's happening. It's happened. If you're a networker, if you're a freelance corporate trainer, freelance trainer, and if you're somebody who's selling from the stage, you must have experienced similar situations and anxieties. Doesn't exist on a webinar selling. Okay, I'm just going to the extent of sharing, all types of advantages. Of course, there are many more. All right, and so my point to you is, all this gets mitigated, right? So it's worth the effort. This year, it's worth the effort for you. My humble request to you is take that extra effort. I know a lot of people have apprehensions. They have a lot of question marks and doubts, and I've listed few that I've got from people that I've been interacting with. Okay, some students, okay, and some people I've interacted with. Typical apprehensions are: I am not good in communication. I am not tech savvy. I don't look good in front of camera. What if someone makes a negative comment? If somebody trolls, how can I take it? I do not have the setup, the lights, the camera. I'm not good in front of a camera, right? I do not know how to engage people over a webinar. I'm not motivated enough to speak to a camera, right? I have fear of being judged. What would they think about me? What if there is a power cut or an internet drop or a speed drop, or if we get disconnected? What if no one buys in the webinar? What if no one shows up? All this comes up, right? But in spite of all this, okay, my strong recommendation to you, or humble request, however you want to take it, especially for knowledge givers, or especially for anybody who wants to take the knowledge, go to the market. There is a market, there is a niche, sub niche, micro niche that people are looking out for value from, right? Go get it. As a side hustle, okay, not a problem. But if you can master this one skill, right, you can dominate. You can quit your job in 3 to 6 months. You can dominate and influence, nurture a community, and build a legacy in the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and make a lot of money. Yeah, that's the new trend. And I want you to be on top of the curve there, right? And this is exactly what I share. If you want to see my step-by-step coaching system, starting from left top corner, I help you identify your strength, your superpower, your niche, your sub niche, your micro niche. Position yourself as an expert online, brand yourself, create the courses. What kind of courses need to be created so that you can cross sell, upsell to the relevant audience. Create your target audience, laser beam target audience, focused, drive traffic, create your webinar pitch. Yeah, teach you how to run a successful webinar, right? How to convert during a webinar, how to engage the audience, how to connect with them, how to give 10x the value, and how to price and give away an irresistible offer which people will just lap up, right? You will sell courses. And at the back end, I have the systems to teach you how to convert this whole process into databases, how to create registration page, how to create a landing page, how to create a confirmation thank you page, how to integrate a database, email database capture mechanism, how to integrate to SMS through telephone capture, how to promote the webinar, to send reminders for people to get to the webinar on the day and time of the webinar, how to set up the webinar with the various tools and integrate them, right? And with the courses sold, your work begins there, right? My work begins when you buy my course, right? Because we nurture and increase the lifetime value of a customer both ways, right? We build a community. We influence, we dominate and empower and help them influence and dominate in their niche and their areas, right? This is the trend of 2020 and the future. There's one skill that you want to learn. And if you want to register for my webinar, which happens this Wednesday, 9 p.m., this is the link. And I've also given the link below this video. See you then, and all the best. Have a great 2020.